Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Hey, good morning, Huntsville, and welcome into another edition of Good Morning Huntsville, and thanks for waking up with us on a fabulous Friday. Here we go. The long work week is finally coming to a close for many of us. For others that work on the weekend, it's another great day, so we want to welcome you in. Thanks for being a part of this show as always. I am your host, Rob Hipp, and always excited to bring you every edition of Good Morning Huntsville as we wake up each day celebrating the good that's happening here in our community. Billy Cawthon of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, normally joining us on Fridays. Unfortunately, though, in his line of work, he had 2 calls this morning, was on his way to 1 call, received another call, and unfortunately will not be able to join us this morning as he is taking care of families right now and in their times of need. So we're going to miss you this morning, Billy, but we thank you for what you do and for always being there for families when they need you the most. That is what Billy does at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are your hometown experts in celebrating life. Also, big thanks to Greg Smith as well and Billy with Sam Houston Memorial for being our season presenting sponsor for New Waverly football broadcast. New Waverly back at home tonight. It is their senior night, and we'll have live coverage with Ed Watto calling that game. I'll be joining him remotely as I'm still at home, at least through the weekend, and looking forward to being back in studio as we get this new week up and rolling. But hey, we still got a Friday, we got a weekend, and we got a lot of great things on the horizon. Halloween, fall festivals already starting to pile up, and we're going to be talking about those today and other events also. And so again, a great show that we're working on today for you, friends, that we are getting ready and continuing to celebrate everything in our community that is good. I don't know how this is going to sound because I didn't have a chance to test this real quick, but it's a birthday for somebody today. And so right out of the gate, we wanted to wish this person a very, very happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
So happy birthday to Kay Boning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day today, Kay, and a very happy and special birthday. We appreciate all that you do. I shared some pictures last night and a little video of our little precious Braylon, and we read books every single night. It's kind of our routine, something that I really enjoy. And we get those books for free thanks to Kay's hard work and Tomorrow's Promise, a 501c3 nonprofit. And there are two main events that they have each year. They just had another one called Lasso Your Imagination this past Saturday. And the funds that are raised, every single dime of those goes to support books for children. It doesn't cost anything. And so we were reading one of our favorite ones last night, and it's so cool because Braylon has now learned how to count. And I attribute a lot of that thanks to the books that we read each night. So again, Kay, we love you. We appreciate all that you do in the community, and a very, very, very happy birthday to you here on a fabulous Friday. I like what Clay was saying already, and I agree with him. He said, happy 27th birthday, Kay. So he's already given you some love this morning. A lot of friends chiming in as well. Let us know that you're out there this morning. We'd love to hear from you. All you got to do is just pop a comment in the comments section. And please hit that like and share button as well. Friends, the other day, one of our shows, over 100 comments, and that is a new record for our show, and we sincerely appreciate that. We have had new friends joining us all week long that said, man, I didn't even know this show existed. And in fact, our caller yesterday, we've been giving away cash this week for those that are listening and watching. We're here on episode 134, and we all week we've had several people that said, I've never heard of it. And one of our listeners yesterday, first time, said that she was just on Facebook, and it was thanks to somebody sharing this broadcast. So again, just hit that like button, hit share, and let folks know that you're up with us this morning as well. And hey, maybe you're going back and watching. A lot of people can't join us live, and so we do have a tremendous amount of folks throughout the community that hop on and join us during later in the day, during lunchtime or later in the afternoon. And usually by the end of the day, we're approaching now 700 views across all platforms. And so even if you're going back watching this at a later date, you can still like it and share it as well. We, again, sincerely appreciate all of your support. So wanted to get those little house cleaning tips out of the way, or little tidbits out of the way, and a big one there again. Happy birthday to Kay Boning. Let us know you're out there this morning as well and what you're thankful for. A lot of friends are already chiming in here on a Friday as folks are waking up with us. And again, we are set up for a great day here in Huntsville, Texas. Going to be a little bit warm. You know, yesterday it wasn't too bad. We've had some really nice, cool mornings earlier in the week, and kind of that cold air has returned. And so if you're getting up this morning, maybe you haven't been out yet, it's nice outside. 57 degrees. Going to be sunny today, though, and a little bit hot as we get back into the 90s. 91 is the forecasted high for today. And then overnight, skies clear up. It's going to remain clear, but skies really clear. With a low of 58 again. And then on Saturday, going to be warm in the 90s. And it doesn't look like we're going to get out of that pattern until maybe around mid next week. We do have rain chances hopping into the forecast starting on Monday, with clouds returning on Sunday night. But the weekend, other than being a little bit warm, should be beautiful, mostly sunny skies. And then again, those rain chances, though, coming back in on Monday. We've got a 40% chance of the wet stuff, and we need more of it. And so we're always appreciative of any rain showers that we can get. And because of that rain, temperature is going to drop back into the mid to low 80s coming up next week. We do have a guest today. We're going to bring her on here before too long, as we're excited to talk to our friend who's been a guest on this show a couple of times now over our last 7 or 8 months. Tara Burnett with the Hearts Veterans Museum will be joining us here in just a few moments. Always great to catch up with her. And we'll be able to find out exactly what's going on at Hearts Veterans Museum. There's some things going on with fall coming up. And so we're going to talk about that and some other events as well. And just touch base with one of the friendliest ladies here in Huntsville. It's always good to catch up with our great friend and someone who is so passionate and loves what she does and loves making an impact on our veterans here in this community. It is Tara Burnett. And so we'll have her coming up here before too long. Again, we'll chat with her. And I wanted to encourage folks this too. You know, I haven't really ever talked about this, but as you're joining us on these mornings, friends, feel welcome to leave any comments, any feedback. If you have a question for any of our guests, we always want you to know that it is perfectly fine for you to reach out and to say, hey, I've got a question, and feel free to do that. You know, we always love hearing from folks, and so you're more than welcome to chime in and let us know if there's any questions that you have or anything like that for our guests, and we'll make sure that we try to ask those as well. For now, though, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. Our national radio feed may not be coming in this morning. We'll check that here in just a little bit. But for now, though, we'll step aside. We will take a break, and when we come back on the other side, we'll have Tara Burnett joining us. Do want to remind you, our shows, as always, here on a Friday, made possible by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are your hometown experts in celebrating life. Again, Billy not able to be with us today due to work duties that came up early this morning. So we miss you, man. We love you, Billy, but looking forward to having you back on next week. And as we continue on, hey, we're still giving away money. All you got to do is text in the keyword CRISP. It's been a little crispy in the mornings. That's where the word came from. CRISP, along with your name on that Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. We've got $20 that we'll send your way today. That'll help take care of a lunch or something coming up this weekend. So again, all you got to do is text in the keyword CRISP, along with your name, once again on that Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. For now, though, we'll step aside, take a break. More to come as Tara Burnett joins us on the other side. Stay with us, Huntsville. As always, this is your show on a Friday. It's Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back after this.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Hey friends, Rob Hip here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget, and as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. There's a place in Huntsville and now in Conroe where you're more than a customer, you're part of the family. A place where style meets comfort and every visit feels like a treat. Welcome to the Color Bar Hair Salon. From the moment you walk in, our friendly stylists work to create a look that's perfect for you. Whether it's a fresh cut, a vibrant new color, or a blowout for that special occasion, at the Color Bar, we've got you covered. We pride ourselves on creating an environment where our guests can relax, enjoy a beverage, and let us do the pampering. We use top-notch products like Kevin Murphy, and even offer hair extensions for those looking to add a little extra flair. And when it's got to be perfect, we ensure you leave looking and feeling your best self. But don't just take our word for it. Book a reservation or buy a gift card online and experience it firsthand. Visit us online at colorbartx.com and discover why, at the Color Bar Hair Salon, you get an experience that goes beyond. The Color Bar, where you belong. See you soon. happy, pleasant good morning to you, Huntsville. Thanks for joining us here on a fabulous Friday as we wrap up another great week in our community. As always, appreciate you joining us. And for those of you just hopping on, Billy Cawthon not able to be with me this morning here as he had some work duties this morning, taking care of a couple of families that unfortunately needed his services early this morning. And so our prayer to those families. And maybe there's somebody this morning that you've recently lost somebody in your life. Maybe it's a family member or a close friend. I was seeing posts on Facebook here over the past couple of days of numerous folks that have lost someone close to them. Friends, I want to encourage you this morning, and that's the inspiration this morning for you, is that, hold close to those that you have in your life right now. And if there's somebody that's close to you that maybe is sick this morning, you know what? Give them a phone call. If you can, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. And don't ever take those opportunities for granted. Sometimes in this life, we get so wrapped up in our day-to-day duties that, it's just like, man, I should have called my mom today and I just got so busy. Or, I know my brother's sick and I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but he'll be okay. I'll talk to him next week. Friends, we never know when the good Lord's going to call us home. And I don't want to make this, something that's negative, but I do want to encourage you. If there's somebody you haven't talked to or somebody that's on your heart that you really need to talk to, give them a call today. Don't wait around until later this evening. Give them a call this morning. Don't wake them up if they're sleeping, but get on the phone, give them a call, and let them know that you love them and that you appreciate them. Something that I've really enjoyed is I try to make it just a personal mission of mine to call my mother every single day. I had a wonderful relationship with my grandmother who lived to be 93, and in my adult life, I don't think there was very rarely a day that went by that I didn't chat with her. And she passed away in July of 2021, and I still miss her every single day, but I'm so thankful that we had the opportunity to talk every single day. And so when she passed, there was absolutely no regrets that I had, saying, man, I wish I would have talked to my grandma more. The only thing that I do wish, and she and I talked about this all the time, is I always told her, I said, Nanny, we need to sit down and record some stories together. And we just never got around to that. And so even over the past couple of years, I've been trying to dig up some videos and audio that I have of her. And I found one that just had a little brief moment of her talking. I'm going to tell you, friends, if even those just few words of hearing her voice is really neat. Whenever she had went through a situation and was cleaning her house and we were helping her, we found a bunch of my grandfather's tapes. He was a musician, and it was really neat because he passed in 2000, and this was probably in 2019, 2020 when we started going through some things over there and helping my grandma out at her house. And she gave me that box of tapes, and she said, hey, don't lose these, but hold on to these for me for a while. And I had not heard my grandpa's voice since the year 2000. And so almost 20 years later, I went back and found those tapes, and I heard his voice. And I mean, it was just like he was right there with me. So if you get a chance, friends, record your family. Maybe there's someone in your family this morning that is getting up there in age, and you said, I don't have any video. I don't have any recordings. We have so much technology now, and these things flying all over the place that it's, super easy to do that. So just wanted to give you that little tidbit this morning. Hope that everybody is waking up and doing well. Let us know what you're thankful for as you're getting up here on a Friday, another cool day outside. And somebody that's been very familiar with these cool mornings, because in her neck of the woods, I think it was in the upper 30s. Let's bring on our good friend, Miss Tara Burnett, who has patiently been waiting. Tara, good morning. So awesome to see you as always, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Rob. How are you feeling?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. I'm just getting stir crazy in the house, and so looking forward to being back back at our studio next week. I just mentioned you're in Crabs Prairie where you live, and man,
Yes.
it was like 37, 38 the other morning.
Yes, it was 37. My son and I got in the truck, and he said, "Mom, is that right?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty chilly this morning."
Well, it's great, and I didn't want to complain because we were always so positive here on the show. But the other morning it was like 61. I was like, man, it's so hot outside compared to what it's been this week. So, well, Tara, so wonderful to have you back with us. You've been a friend of the show, and you've been on the show a couple of times, and we just wanted to circle back and touch base with you and see how you're doing first of all, and let us know about some events that are happening there at the Hearts Veterans Museum. Before we talk about those events, just kind of let us know what you've been up to over the past few months and how things have been.
Oh, things are busy as always. This place never slows down. We gear up from one event. When we finish with one, it's we're just in the planning stages for the next one. Here coming up, we'll have trunk or treat, which is a lot of fun. The kids go to the Scare on the Square from 3 to 5, and then they come here to the museum from 5 to 7, and then a lot of them will go across the street to Kate Bar Ross to take place, part of what they're doing over there. So it's gotten bigger and bigger every year, and we encourage people to come out and decorate their vehicles and pass out candy because we see a lot of kids. We do it in the parking lot behind the museum, and that'll be on the 28th of October. Of course, we have the Marine Corps birthday coming up on November 10th. That'll be a luncheon here at the Storm Shelter. It starts at 11 o'clock. There's a $15 fee for that. It's a Mackenzie's barbecue luncheon. We generally feed between 100 and 150 Marines. It's a big day for them. And then the following day after that is our Veterans Day banquet, and that sells out every year. It'll be catered this year by Humphreys. It's $35 for a ticket or a table for $250 for 8 people. So it's a great deal. It's a fundraiser for our museum, but more than that, it's to celebrate the service of all the veterans in our area, all my veteran volunteers. That's our day to really celebrate them. And so that's really, really important to us. We'll have a silent auction and a bake sale auction. We tend to get a few big items, so we do a little impromptu live auction, it seems, the past couple of years. So we're really excited about that. We'll be in Montgomery County tomorrow from 11 to 3 at the Vet Fest. A lot of people have never heard of that. It is a festival for veterans in the area, but also for everybody in our community. There'll be a lot of veteran resources. There'll be a lot of veteran organizations that you can support. You can learn how to volunteer with all of us. You can learn about all the different things that we do for our veterans in the community. There'll be a band there. There'll be bounce houses. So that's from 11 to 3 at the fairgrounds in Montgomery County tomorrow. So we're excited about taking part of that.
Yeah, a lot of great things happening, and you can find all of these events online super easy. Just go to the website there at heartsmuseum.com, and there's a tab on the left-hand side of the page. We put a link there for those of you that are joining us this morning on the social media feeds. Again, we are here on a Friday with our friend Tara Burnett of the Hearts Veterans Museum. Tara, it's unbelievable to think, and just as you were chatting, I didn't even realize we're less than a month away from Veterans Day. I mean, this is a very special day as we honor and recognize all of those who have made the ultimate selfless sacrifice of serving our country. I know that you're always busy, but does it get a lot busier around Veterans Day time, or is it just kind of business as usual?
Well, it's always chaos around here, but yes, around Veterans Day, it gets very busy. We're blessed to live in an amazing community that loves their veterans. So literally the week of Veterans Day, I think every local school has some kind of event going on. There's Take a Veteran to School Day at Alpha Omega. New Waverly ISD does a great big celebration out on their football field. The middle school here puts up a display all week honoring veterans and their service. So we get lots of calls on top of our regular tours that get booked that week. Everybody likes to come the week of Veterans Day. And then we're gearing up for event after event that week. So it gets pretty chaotic. We all pull together and work a lot of hours that week, but it's well worth it because these men and women deserve our service to them.
Absolutely. Terry, I was there, I guess, a couple of months ago dropping off a prize because you won a prize from us before. And I think it was some flowers, right, from Sweet Caroline's?
Yes. They were beautiful.
Yeah, we're going to get more of those next week. So Grace had reached out from over there and said, hey, we want to bring some flowers this week. I said, we can't bring them this week. I'm not in the studio, but bring them next week. And so we're going to have some flowers, beautiful bouquet of flowers will be given away next week as well. But, I walked in there. I felt bad because I hadn't been over there before. And Tara, this was in the morning and there was so much activity. I mean, there was guys in there hanging out. They were talking. Do you kind of feel like sometimes, too, the Hearts Veterans Museum is just a place for folks to come, especially veterans, just to kind of talk and share stories?
Yes, so the museum is home away from home for a lot of these veterans. They get out, once a week. Some of them come 2, 3 times a week. Some of them come every day. The coffee is always on. There's generally always some kind of cookies or cake or something for them to snack on. But we have guys and ladies that come and check in with us every day. Some of them have been with me for so long that they know that if I don't see them occasionally, I'll come to the house and check on you and make sure you're okay. It's just so important to have that family and in that sense of team, even after service. And we work really hard to make sure that everybody feels welcome here, that everybody feels like they can count on us for anything. You name it, we do it. We'll help them get through anything that they need us to help them with. And we're really honored and blessed that, everybody in this community knows if there's a veteran in need, it doesn't matter what it is, you send them over here to us and we're going to make phone calls and we're going to figure things out and we're going to get the problem taken care of. And I think that's why everybody just loves to hang out here, because they have the opportunity to make a difference. Even the veterans helping other veterans. I mean, you never know if it's just a kind word, a cup of coffee, just spend a little time with each other. It makes a huge difference in their lives.
I think something, again, we're joined this morning by our great friend Tara Burnett with the Hearts Veterans Museum here in Huntsville. And not just serving Huntsville, I mean, folks from all over come into the museum and the resources. It's not just a museum, but so much more than that, is a pivotal and very, very needed resource for veterans here in this community. Tara, one thing that I've really seeing just this community, and you've mentioned it several times. I've always known this, but especially this week, Randy Thompson over at Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine said something, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, and talked about how this community is just involved as a veterans. And I've always seen that, and I felt that I've never really thought about it until this week. There are so many unbelievable resources here in this community to help out those that have served. And Huntsville really is a passionate community that wants to help veterans. What do you really attribute that is kind of, has it always been like that? Or is this something that you maybe feel over the last 20 years? Just kind of wanted your thoughts on that.
Well, I've been here in the community for going on 30 years now. And to be completely honest with you, I knew veterans. I grew up in a military family, but it was never an issue whether they needed assistance with something or that generation. My grandfathers, they just did what they had to do and they got through it. And my grandfather did have some issues after he came home from Vietnam, and he was a career Navy man. So alcohol was the way to cope with things. And then later on in life, sobriety came around and he started talking a lot more about a lot of things. And, I don't ever really remember it being an issue in my past. However, with what I do here at the museum, there's just so many needs. I mean, just so many in our general population, but even more so with our veterans, because their healthcare system, their mental health care system, the VA, although they're trying to get better, it is such a hard system to navigate. The frustration and the aggravation and the anger. If we could just take the edge off of that by sitting there with them and sitting down at the computer and trying to navigate through this, or sit there on the phone with them while they wait for 45 minutes to an hour to be able to figure out, that their doctor's visit is 3 months from now. It's just crazy to me how I guess aggravating it is to navigate through what is rightfully due to them. Their disability claims, when someone passes away, and their spouse benefits and burial benefits, it's very hard. So having all of these organizations here to help fill in the gap while we navigate through all those waters. That's what makes it so important. And then when they get on disability or they're on Social Security and trying to make ends meet, there's not money for when your air conditioner breaks down or your vehicle breaks down, or you have to go into the hospital and then transition into rehab in a nursing home. And that's why it's so important that all of these organizations in our community work together. I mean, we all do different things, but we all have one final mission, and that's to take care of our veterans to the best of our abilities.
I think when I think of Huntsville, Tara, and a community that is so compassionate, wants to help out folks. And I really look at our veterans as part of the fabric of this community, and I'm so thankful to have friends like you here in Huntsville that have been here, that have made such a positive impact, and so many other organizations. And I think Huntsville is really, of course, I always want to talk our community up, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. That's why we started this show and this platform, is because there is so much good that happens here in Huntsville. And I truly believe that this community is a shining light for so many people, including our veterans. And so when I think that, I'm so thankful to live in a community, the patriot. A lot of people are patriotic, celebrate that, but we actually, folks in this community, do what they say they're going to do. And I think that that's so important. Not to knock any other community, because there's a lot of great folks out there, but Huntsville is really, really passionate, and we're so blessed to have folks like you, Tara, when you see somebody that's passionate about what they do, because they're always smiling. If I could give the title of the smile of Huntsville to another person, Emily O'Rear has it number one. She just, that's her. But it would go to you number two, Tara, because you're always full of life, full of energy. And you and your husband are always thinking of new ideas about how can you support veterans. And I kind of wanted to maybe flow that into a quick kind of update. How are things at Fob 10 Mile going?
Well, they're going. We've had crews there all this week working on the forms for the concrete foundations and the carports for the next 4 cabins. So one cabin is complete and sitting in the middle of my driveway while these forms are being done. So now the rain is supposed to move in next week. So we're at the mercy of Mother Nature, but we are moving forward. The electrical has been run underground. It's getting formed up. So we're moving forward. It's just taking time, but God always provides. So every time I figure out, I get frustrated and, how are we going to do this? And why is this taking so long? He sends somebody else through the door. So I can't complain. It's going.
Wonderful. Fob 10 Mile, for those of you that are joining this morning, we are talking to our great friend Tara Burnett of Hearts Veterans Museum. We've talked about the museum. Fob 10 Mile, from the website directly, is the final operating base for our nation's heroes, providing tiny homes that are ADA compliant for our aging bachelor veterans. We help facilitate their nutritional, medical, and mental health needs. We provide transportation when necessary. And most importantly, we provide a safe, secure location for them to live until their final mission is complete. This was just a vision of Tara and her husband. And another great thing, when I started, Tara, before, we left, obviously, and then came back, I didn't realize that this was going on. And Fob 10 Mile, a 501c3 nonprofit. And if you go to the website, I put it up on the screen. But for those of you that are listening on the audio-only format, maybe you're on the podcast later or you're on Spirit Radio FM right now, if you go to fob-10-mile.com, you can find out more information. And also, you can make a donation. These organizations don't just work on magic. They need the financial support of the community. And I know that it seems like sometimes everybody is reaching out. But you know what? Folks in Huntsville are so generous. And I always say this, Tara, and I wanted to be very clear and open about this. If you have a nonprofit or an organization, don't be bashful about asking for support, especially financially. The worst thing people are going to say is, no, I can't help you right now financially, but maybe you can pray for your organization. They can provide volunteer. It doesn't always have to come in the forms of cash, but I want to encourage folks, don't feel bashful about asking for money. We had an event to raise some funds for some local nonprofits this summer, and at first I was like, man, I'm always asking people to advertise. But then there was folks out to that I never thought, nothing bad, I just never thought that, hey, they would want to be involved. And almost every person I reached out to said, yeah, we'll give something. And those that couldn't, they gave time. So, Tara, I think that goes too with your belief is don't feel bashful for asking for financial assistance, because these organizations like yours.
That's true, Rob. That's true. We just, Fob 10 Mile came out of a dream, and it came out of a need, working here with these men and women, and seeing what they were going through, at the end of their lives, and when things got tough and they really didn't need to be living on their own. And so, the thing about it though is, we don't charge these guys to live there. We own the land. Operation Finally Home is helping provide the homes. The high school kids are building them. If they can help pay their utilities, great. But if they can't, we'll figure out a way to get that done. This just was really something that God laid on mine and Roger's heart to do. And he's provided a way for us to do this. And so, I never, ever wanted anybody to ever think that I was doing this because we were benefiting financially from this. I mean, it's very much the opposite if you look at our savings account. But money never had anything to do with this. It really didn't. And it is hard. It is hard for me to talk to people about fundraising for Fob 10 Mile, just simply because I don't ever want anybody to ever think that we're doing what we're doing because we're trying to benefit financially from it, because finances have nothing to do with what we're doing there. We're just trying to make the end of someone's life, the rest of their life, the best days of their life. And that's what we're doing there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Tara, we know 100,000% where you and Roger's heart are. I mean, you guys have done so much in this community, and I want to encourage folks, if you'd like to get involved, again, just go to the website fob-10-mile.com, and you can find out more information. Again, another wonderful resource here in our community, and a big thanks to Tara and Roger for helping to bring this to the forefront to help out our heroes and those that are saying, you know what, we need help. And so we appreciate that. Tara, I did want to go back real briefly and mention we have a whole plethora. Is that the right word? Plethora or plethora? I'm always bad with my words, Tara. But plethora, there you go. Plethora. We have a whole plethora of so many fall events that are coming up. I was joking around the other day. Candy's so expensive. I said, man, you can just schedule like 7 fall festival events, get your child to load up with candy, and then you'll have plenty to give out at your house on Halloween. But a really cool event coming up. I know that you touched base on it briefly earlier, but I wanted to bring it up just because it is right around the corner. And honestly, in the next 8 days, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, it is the annual Trunk or Treat. And you can show up. Can you give us a little bit more information? I know you briefly talked about it earlier, but how can folks participate? What is this event all about, and who can come to it? And give us the full details of the Trunk or Treat.
So the Trunk or Treat came about. The Army recruiters wanted to have a Halloween party. So one year we decorated the pavilion out back, and everybody had their cars, and we started decorating the cars, and we had a small group of people, and we had a lot of fun. So we decided to expand that. And so we decorate the pavilion. We put up a tent that we decorate. Sometimes we have bounce houses here. I can't always guarantee that, but sometimes they show up and we put them up. But I encourage people to come out. If you've never participated in a trunk or treat, bring your car, pop your trunk, drop your tailgate, whatever you want to do. Throw a few decorations in the back of it and sit there and hand out candy to all of these kids that come by. It's so much easier on parents to come through a parking lot and visit each vehicle compared to walking miles through a neighborhood. Having 5 kids, have been there, done that. Now I have 5 grandkids. So, the trunk or treat concept in the parking lots has really helped parents. It's a lot safer. You don't have to worry about traffic. Once the vehicles are in place at 4:30, we don't allow drive-through traffic back there behind the museum, simply so the parents and the kids can move around safely. But it is fun, and we do run out of candy, and my veteran volunteers will jump in the truck and run to Dollar General trying to find more. But it's a lot of fun. It really is.
That's great. Bridget and I are going to try to get out there and be a part of that. It's like the cool age whenever you're little, like Braylon is almost 2 now, and she's at that really fun. Like I remember friends that had babies that were like, 18 months to 24 months. And I was like, that's a really cool age. And now I'm getting to experience that with our little girl. And She is in Halloween overdrive mode right now. I don't understand. Here's a little trick, by the way, and you probably knew this, Tara, but maybe some other folks out there didn't. If you ever go into Home Depot or these big stores that have the displays and there's nothing else around, you can go to the manager and say, like, hey, will you sell me that display? And they'll usually sell it to you. They don't want to keep that stuff. And so there was this huge, like, pumpkin Grim Reaper, 10-foot blow-up inflatable. And I said, man, I'd really like to get that. The guy gave it to me for $25 off. And so I brought it home, and then I was like, man, this thing's kind of scary. And so instead of, I don't want to teach my daughter that there's something called a Grim Reaper. So I put it in the front yard, and it's like this scary looking pumpkin face. He's really tall. He's got an axe, like the axe that he carries, and a little rat on his shoulder. But we nicknamed him Pumpkin Man to make it sound friendly. And now when Braylon wakes up every morning, I mean, one of the first words out of her mouth is, Daddy, can we go, or Mommy, can we go see Pumpkin Man? And she wants to go outside and see him. And so we're using that now as a reward whenever, children start getting a little out of hand sometimes. And so we'll say, hey, if you do this, we can go see Pumpkin Man. And then she'll just put on her smile and she's really sweet. And then we go see Pumpkin Man. But it's so much fun. We're looking forward to being at the event, and we're going to try to get out there so she can celebrate that as well, Tara.
Well, that'll be great. We look forward to it. And Halloween is fabulous for little girls because they get to dress up. That's what it's all about.
Awesome. And I'm excited now, being a dad where I can get candy again. So I just play off my children and say, oh, I'm here with a child. Our babies aren't going to eat that much candy. Come on.
Well, be prepared for when she wants you to wear matching costumes. Just go ahead and get ready for that, because you will dress up with your little girl. I promise you.
Hey, Tara, I've got a little before we let you go. I got a little Halloween. We've been talking Halloween and candy, and you've probably seen some of the shows of. I won't get into my I don't know the right word, but just how much I don't like candy corn. We've talked about it this week. How many pounds of candy, Tara, do you think that Americans altogether, how many pounds of candy do you think that folks buy each year?
Oh, I don't know. It has to be millions of pounds.
600 million pounds of candy.
Mm-hmm.
And the average house. Go ahead, sorry.
I prefer Clay's freeze-dried candy. That's what I prefer now. We sell it here at the museum, and it's like an addiction now.
You guys are munching on it and buying it all the time. It is. It's at the Hearts Veterans Museum. If you don't catch them at the market days, you can always go over to Hearts. But if you break that down, 24 pounds of candy per American per year. 24 pounds. That makes up 16 billion fun-sized Snicker bars, or check this out. Just because I don't like it, 158 trillion with a T individual candy corn kernels if you break down the weight. Disgusting.
You'd be drowning in candy corn.
Yeah, oh my goodness. How much do you think that families spend each year on the candy, Tara? How much do you think they spend?
Well, I know it depends on whether I go to the grocery store or my husband goes to the grocery store. But I would say, I don't know, $4,000 to $5,000 a year.
They might, yeah, they might on candy. Well, that's if that may be y'all, Tara.
Chocolate.
Specifically for Halloween, though, we probably spend a few hundred a year. But
yeah.
specifically on Halloween, I think this number is way too low because I've never walked out of HEB spending this low of money on Halloween candy. The average household spends $25. I don't believe that. I think it's more probably like 100 for Halloween.
Those statistics have to be a couple years old, because you can't even walk out with one of those big bags of candy for less than $20 now.
Yeah, I was looking at that the other day. I told Bridget, I was like, man, we need to get over to Costco and load up on candy this year. And I'm worried if you ordered on Amazon, it may be like expired candy. So I wouldn't trust that. Did want to mention this. The least healthy Halloween candy, like the worst, the least healthy. What do you think it is, Tara?
I don't know, but I hate black licorice, and so anything even affiliated with that is just nasty.
Oh man, I love. You know what's funny is that's actually one of my favorite candies is licorice.
Well, see, I like candy corn, so
There you go. Well, then, unfortunately, Tara, the least healthy Halloween candy, well, it is candy corn.
oh,
According to a website called Everyday Health, just 15 pieces of that nasty stuff equals 110 calories. That is 22 grams of sugar. Oh, check this out, though. I love this. Do you know what the healthiest Halloween candy is? Any idea?
no.
I didn't know you could have healthy candy. Uh, Hershey's Special Dark Chocolate. Oh, that's so good.
I like those. Those pair really well with a glass of wine.
I love it. You can eat 3 Jolly Ranchers and only consume 70 calories, no fat, 11 grams of sugar. Some people try to pace their candy consumption and limit themselves to a few pieces a day. That's not me. Others pick out their favorites and leave the rest behind. But I think we can all agree that eating a whole bag full of candy in one sitting is a bad idea. Absolutely. Do you have any idea, on average, trick or treaters, how many calories is their average haul of candy on Halloween night? How many calories does it total?
I have no idea because it depends on where they trick or treat. Some of these neighborhoods give away some good candy.
Well, I was told like the back of our neighborhood here in Elkins is like no one shows up, and I was all excited. We were going to decorate the garage. Our friend Sally Hosey's joining this morning. Good morning, Sally. She was my neighbor over in Brookview when we were renting a house there several years ago. Her and Robert, and man, they go all out on Halloween. And when I saw their house, I was like, man, this is what I want my house to be. And I was getting all excited about it this year. And then I think it was Rick and Kay were telling me like, yeah, nobody really comes back here in the back part of the neighborhood. But anyways, yeah, that is it. 11,000 calories to answer that question. 11,000 calories is the average Halloween haul. I did want to leave you with this. I had no idea that there's actual candy dates that we're supposed to remember. In October, there's a lot of candy days here. October the 7th is National Cotton Candy Day. October the 12th is Gingerbread House Day. October the 16th, chocolate covered anything. Chocolate covered anything. October the 19th, just yesterday, was Hard Candy Day. The 26th, this is kind of weird that it's in October, Candy Cane Day. You know, I've been trick-or-treating and people have given me candy canes. And I remember as a child, I was like, are they taking like one out of these major retailers and starting Christmas early? I don't
No,
want a
it's
candy cane.
it's candy that they've had since Christmas, and they're just trying to get rid of it.
I'll never forget, like some lady unloaded candy canes. I was like, dude, nobody eats that in October. October 28th is Chocolate Candy Day. So that's coming up. And then October the 30th, it's your day, Tara. National Candy Corn Day.
There
And
you go.
I will not be celebrating that day. So, anyways, a lot of fun. Here, let's just fix all of that. Go see Clay Talsworth over at 0 Degree to get all your candy. He'll take care of you.
That's right.
So, well, Tara, again, appreciate you joining us. Just wanted to have a little bit of fun today as well. Folks, get involved. Be involved with Hart's Veterans Museum. You can go out and see Tara off Highway 75 there outside of town. Always a great place to be. And just appreciate all the great things that you do in the community, Tara. Any final comments or anything that you wanted to make sure to mention before we let you go this morning?
Not really. I just, I want to encourage people in our community to get out there and volunteer. Take your kids, teach your kids what it's like to give back to community and to just get involved. I mean, everybody likes to complain about things that are going wrong in their community and going wrong in our world. Just make a difference. Get out there and volunteer and spend some time, and get to know your community and give back.
Love it, Tara. Great message from you. And that's some more inspiration this morning. We love Huntsville. We love you, Tara. We appreciate all that you do. And please don't hesitate to reach out. And I'm sure here in the next few months, we'll definitely have to touch base again. I've got a few ideas in my back pocket that I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. but it's going to involve our veterans and some other military heroes and our first responders. And I want to get with you on that sometime. And so maybe around the turn of the year, we'll talk about some ideas that I've got. I'm really excited about something we used to do in Georgetown, and I want to talk to you about it. And you're the perfect person to chat with us about. So appreciate you very much, Tara.
Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate you too.
All righty. God bless you. Have a wonderful Friday.
God bless.
All right, well, there she is, Miss Tara Burnett, joining us this morning. Always great to have her, and truly just a remarkable person here in our community that does so much to help out. And again, want you to support FOB 10 Mile and also Harts Veterans Museum. And Tara said it the best earlier. You know what? Encourage young people to get out. Teach your children how to volunteer, and that will set up just a lifelong lasting of service. You know, I'm in Rotary Club, and that's kind of our motto is service above self. A lot of friends joining us this morning. We appreciate them. I didn't have a chance to get to them, but Jamie Saucier over at Saucier Woodworks. Appreciate you, my friend. Good morning. Clay Talsworth was chiming in a little bit earlier from 0 Degree. Good morning to you. Also, a special good morning to Jennifer Augustinetti saying it's fabulous Friday. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Cindy Pate saying hello today and good morning on the Facebook feed. Good morning, Cindy. Also, our friend Quentin, Music Man Williams, saying good morning, Huntsville. Big shout out this morning as well to Robin Clark saying happy birthday, Kay. We said earlier it was Kay Boning's birthday, and some other friends were saying happy birthday along with Jamie Saucier, Clay Talsworth. Also, our friend Randy Thompson joining in saying hello, Huntsville. Friendly Friday. Reach out to someone and help them. Hey, how about this? Our good buddy Santa George in Conroe saying hello. Santa, man, it's good to see you. I know you've been pretty busy. Miss seeing you on the stream, but man, so happy to see you this morning. Saying good morning, folks, friends, and neighbors. Great to have you on this morning, Santa George. I know you're getting ready for the holiday season right around the corner. Rick Boning saying good morning, Huntsville earlier. Quentin Glaze saying good morning. Great to hear from you, Quentin. Kathy Schweitzer, we always appreciate you, Kathy, saying good morning, Huntsville. And many, many other friends today saying good morning. My sweetheart, Bridget, said that Braylon this morning was talking about ghosts and bats. So this little child literally has a huge Halloween addiction, and our daughter, and she was already talking about ghosts and bats this morning. Sally Hosey a little bit earlier, too. I'd mentioned her and Robert, great friends, and our neighbors formerly there at Brookview. She said that they spend over $200 a year on Halloween candy. I'm going through some more of these comments. Rick Boning said, I'm looking forward to getting some Carolina Reaper this weekend. I think we were talking about that earlier on the show, I think last week. Kyle Kreiner, good morning to you, saying, I'm not known for great ideas when candy gets involved. Addie Brown waving to us this morning. Good morning, Addie. One of our winners, I believe, this week, if I'm not mistaken. And also, how about it? Prison City Jeep guy saying happy Friday. So wanting to know, why are you at home? Well, you haven't been watching all week, man. You haven't been watching all week. You would know why I'm at home this week, but looking forward to being back in studio coming up next week. Friends, I did want to remind you one final opportunity, giving away some $20 today. We've been doing it all week. It's been Cash Week here on Good Morning Huntsville. We also gave away some tickets to Carolina Creek earlier, so you never know that we may just say, hey, we're giving away some money, and then somebody may step up and say, hey, we want to donate something else. And so we gave that away a little bit earlier. Today, though, again, it's just $20 cash, and all you got to do is text in the keyword CRISP alongside your name. That's CRISP alongside your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. Text that in to 936-339-0139. Again, 936-339-0139. And a big shout out to Randy Thompson and Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine. If you haven't had a chance to visit them, their food trailer located downtown, a beautiful spot. And I'm going to tell you, some of the best food you can get here in Huntsville is over there at Granny Mary's. Go by and see him. Let him know that I sent you over there from Hello Huntsville. And let's continue to support local business. We are here on a Friday as we wrap up in just a few moments. Billy Cawthon was out on a call this morning. We miss you, Billy. But know that you're out there taking care of families in a very serious time of need for them. And so we appreciate all that you do. We would not be able to bring you this show and have our wonderful guests like Tara on without Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are your hometown experts in celebrating life. For now, though, we'll step aside. We'll take one final break. We do have that national news now for you to keep you up to date with what's happening across the nation. And then when we come back to some updates from the Huntsville Police Department and more, and we will call our winner for $20 today. We'll be back in a moment, Huntsville. It's your show. Stay with us. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm Dave Collins. Israeli officials say the explosion at the hospital in Gaza was caused by a Palestinian rocket. Palestinian officials have blamed Israel for the strike that killed more than 500 people. This as President Biden is going to be in Israel tomorrow. A teenage girl is dead after suffering a medical episode and falling onto the tracks in Queens. New York City Transit President Richard Davey said the girl was on her way to school.
Investigators tell us some kind of a medical episode and fell on the tracks and was struck and killed by a train.
The operator of the train pulled the emergency brakes but was unable to stop. The MTA is installing platform screens to prevent falls as part of a pilot program at 3 stations later this year. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan will see his next vote for Speaker of the House tomorrow after he failed to get a majority. Jordan failed today to get the necessary 217 votes during the first ballot of the vote on the House floor, earning just 200 votes. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries received 212 votes from Democrats. After not being able to speak for 7 months, a legendary basketball announcer is speaking again.
Dick Vitale, after months of silence following surgery and radiation treatments for vocal cord cancer, is speaking once more. The veteran ESPN analyst shared a video on the social media platform X Monday night.
I'm emotional. I'm excited. I didn't speak now. You got to understand, for 7 months, you're the first people hearing my voice in a long, long time.
According to Vitale's doctor, his progress has been exceptional, and the current approach is to exercise patience and allow him to recover naturally. He expressed his aspiration to be back in the commentator's booth for the Miami-Kentucky basketball game in Lexington on November 28th.
That's John Schaefer reporting. This is USA News.
Omaha Steaks is rewriting the book on burgers with an all-new handmade texture for the juiciest home-style burgers you've ever tasted. Their pure ground burgers are made from single cuts of real, aged Omaha steaks. These are truly steaks on a bun. Filet mignon, ribeye, New York strip, sirloin, and even brisket burgers. Now is the time to experience the exclusive Burger Perfection Flight for just $79.99. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code TREAT at checkout to get an extra $20 off your order, plus free shipping. You'll get 4 of each pure ground burger, so you can sample all the steak on a bun greatness. These burgers are crafted for a juicier, more tender experience, making your mouth water with every single bite. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, use promo code TREAT at checkout, and get $20 off the Burger Perfection Flight and discover your new burger obsession. Minimum order may be required.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Hey, good morning, Huntsville. Welcome back in as we continue to rock and roll here on a fabulous Friday. This is your show, Good Morning Huntsville. Big thanks to everybody who's chiming in this morning. We're going to call someone real quick, but this is not a winner. But we're going to call someone with a special announcement.
Hello.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, 27 years old, Kay Boning, tomorrow's promise. Happy birthday to you and many more. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday on the show this morning, Kay. We did it at the beginning, but we thought, why don't we just call and sing to you?
Well, thank you. I was wondering if it was going to be Joe's Bar and Grill calling me.
Nope. Was it? Yeah, was
one of those prank phone calls you try to do every morning.
Nope. This one was just a good friendly one this morning, Kay. So we just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, wonderful and a blessed day.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All righty. Have a great day, Kay.
You have a blessed day too.
All right. Bye-bye. See, you never know on this show when you're going to get called and you're going to get a happy birthday singing. And we appreciate Kay very much. Always a lot of fun here on the show. Hey, want to get over, though, to our Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line, as we do have a winner, $20 today coming your way.
This is Sally.
Hello, Sally Dowell.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Bill McMercer. I have a $100,000 check to give to you from Publishers Clearinghouse. Actually, sorry, Sally, it's only $20 and it's from Hello Huntsville.
Oh, today is not the day.
Well, hey, you're
to do that to me because my brain is taking time to process.
That's all right. Well, hey, you know what? Yeah, I didn't even think about this. I got a Mono Ginobili San Antonio Spurs jersey hanging behind me that says 20. We've been giving away $20 all week, and so you are our lucky winner. All you had to do is text in to win, Sally, and I've got $20 coming your way.
Well, terrific. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. It's good to hear from you. You've won before. It's been a while, though, and we've missed you. We're going to have you back on the show to give us some updates on how things are going with HISD Social Services.
Love to. I'd love your show.
Yeah, we'll appreciate you. And, hey, have a wonderful and blessed Friday, and we'll catch up with you very soon, Sally.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You're welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
There was Sally Dowis, our winner today on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. And I know that Clay had said donating some Skittles. We'll do that. Clay, if you're cool with that, we'll donate those next week, man. Would love to have that, as we're still collecting some prizes for next week as well. So we'd love to have that for next week, man. Well, friends, I did want to give you some updates from the Huntsville Police Department. They put out some information a couple of days ago on Sergeant Dockery this morning, and this was 2 days ago. He is recovering very, very well, and I know the police department and the community, his family, sincerely appreciates your prayers. This was 2 days ago. Sergeant Dockery had an additional surgery to remove projectiles that had moved after his initial surgery. The police department had stated he is out of surgery and recovering well. We are so grateful for the medical professionals that are taking care of him and so amazed at how he is doing. And there were some photos there of his recovery. You can keep up to date with what's going on with his progress on the Huntsville Police Department Texas Facebook page at facebook.com/Huntsville TX Police. And we'll continue to pray for Sergeant Dockery and for his family. You know, this was a very serious altercation that he was unfortunately involved in just a week ago or so, where he was shot multiple times. And we just thank the Lord that he's okay and that he is on the fast track to a full recovery. Also from the Huntsville Police Department, and we'll share this on our Hello Huntsville Facebook page. So if you're not following our Facebook page, make sure that you do so. But they announced yesterday that Huntsville Police Department proud and pleased to announce that Officer Williams is now the first female in our department's history to earn a spot on the Huntsville Police Department's SWAT. Officers wanting to be on the SWAT team must meet rigorous physical standards, and Officer Williams has proven herself worthy. We are very proud and pleased to have her. And so a big shout out there to Officer Williams. I know that is a special honor and making history there. The Huntsville Police Department is the first female officer now to serve on the SWAT team there with Huntsville PD. So congratulations to Officer Williams and her hard work. Friends, that's what we want to do. If you have news or events that you'd like to share with us, make sure that you send those in to us. You can email hello@hellohuntsvilletx.com, and we'll make sure to highlight those events. And we keep our website updated pretty regularly. And so all you have to do is go to the website. You can keep up to date. We posted several articles last night, including October, which celebrates National Principals Month, and that is Principal Trevino of Huntsville High School. But we did take information off of the Huntsville ISD website, and apparently there was one or two on there that were not correct. And so we appreciate those comments. We got them updated because we wanted to make sure that we acknowledged our local high school or our local school district principals on the article that we put out. And so again, someone had commented and we got that updated. We just pulled that information off of HISD, and I know sometimes there's so much information that's buried in those sites, it's hard to get everything updated. So we got it updated on our end, so we appreciate that. One popular section right now on the website, if you're looking for events and you're saying, man, I just got to figure out what I'm going to do for Halloween, where I'm going to take the children, we have put together an extensive and growing Halloween and Fall Festival guide. And all you have to do is go to the website again at hellohuntsvilletx.com, and you'll find that on our homepage. But we have started to list all of the events and also neighborhoods that folks around town have suggested to trick or treat at. We've got all of those listed on this guide as well. Church Fall Festivals, First Baptist Church having their Fall Festival event on Wednesday from 5 to 7 at the FLC. Face painting, treats, popcorn, cotton candy. If you have any other events, maybe you're a church and you'd like to list your events, be sure to let us know. We don't know unless you send those to us, so let us know. We also have put other business and community events. I mean, honestly, friends, things get started this Saturday. If you want to go ahead and just get a jump start on Halloween or fall festivals, this Saturday, Sundell Senior Living is having their fall festival, saying bring the family, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow, and it is free for everyone. And then on Wednesday, Huntsville Toyota is having their trunk or treat event, family fun, games, music, and candy. Of course, Scare on the Square, a very popular event here in Huntsville, is also happening on Saturday, October the 28th. The Combe Center and their third annual community festival, they're having out off 75. Of course, we have our friends from Harts Veterans Museum. Chick-fil-A also hosting a trunk or treat as well. By Cal, Prison City Jeep Society is going to be a special guest there, but that's at Chick-fil-A on Halloween. So we're putting together this guide. Let us know what's going on in the community. As we see it, we try to post it, but we want to keep you updated. And for you and your family, and again, all you have to do is go to hellohuntsvilletx.com, click on that fall and Halloween events guide, and we will make sure that we keep that up to date as much as possible. And then finally, you can sign up for our newsletter. That newsletter typically goes out every Thursday or Friday. Our newsletter this week will go out later today, keeping you up to date. They want to remind you one final time as well that we are broadcasting New Waverly Bulldog football tonight. I know New Waverly is not Huntsville, but just right down the street here in Walker County. And those games are made possible all season long by a host of sponsors, including our season presenting sponsor, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. So you can catch that action getting started tonight around 7 o'clock. Ed Watto will be helping with the call of that. I'll be working alongside Ed, but remotely here from my home. So we'll see how it goes tonight. But I think everything is going to go great, and we're looking forward to bringing you that game tonight. Well, friends, hey, that'll wrap it up here on a Friday. Been another great show. Again, we appreciate Tara Burnett very much from the Harts Veterans Museum for hopping in with us. Want to remind you, go download the Spirit Radio FM app to stay up to date with news, local events, and more. We are continuing to expand programming in the coming weeks on Spirit Radio, so you'll hear more and more about Huntsville. We're also going to get a lot more local voices starting to be involved with our streaming internet radio station. Right now, the other day, had 120 listeners throughout the day, so that continues to grow as well. And all you have to do is go to spiritradio.fm. It is your inspirational, inspiring, and uplifting internet radio station focused on Huntsville, where we play uplifting music and messages 24/7, 365. Friends, want to remind you today, it's Friday. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And as we end every single broadcast, never take this for granted. Never let it fly through your ears. But I just want to remind you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, friends. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Happy Friday. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And we'll be back at it on Monday as we continue to celebrate all things good happening here in Huntsville. Have a great day, everyone.